Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another video. Will here, Chicago-based flight attendant. Today is Thursday. I am on day 2 of a 6-day reserve block. There's a trip on my schedule, but crew scheduling hasn't called me yet to let me know that I have a trip, so I am waiting for them to call me. It is a 4-day trip. I packed my bag last night because I knew that I was number 1 for a trip, but I just didn't know if it was a 3-day or a 4-day. Once I go back, I'm currently walking my dogs now. I have to kind of go over my suitcase again because I don't think I am prepared to fly for a 4-day. So the report time is not until 7 p.m. tonight, which is fine, but if crew scheduling doesn't call me before I finish my reserve shift, then they have to get me off the trip because they didn't make positive contact with me in the period of time that I was doing reserve. Welcome to living in the city. EMT everywhere. But yeah, I am currently in a park walking my dogs. Normally that's what I do when I'm in reserve. I wake up, I do breakfast, and then I walk these kids, Alvin and Callie. They take the majority of my time when I am at home doing nothing. After this, I'll go home and then start preparing for today. I could just call them, but technically that's not really how it works. So yeah, and there's another trip that I'm eyeing for tomorrow. So if this one doesn't work, then I can bid for that one. I'm gonna go ahead and keep hanging out with these two here and then go home and get ready for this trip. Went home and dropped off Alvin and Callie. I was going to meal prep and then I realized that I don't have a lot of things, so guess where we're going. Yes, we're going to Trader Joe's to buy some things and then we'll come home and do everything else. So let's go. Just drove to Trader Joe's and it says Trader Joe's closed until further notice. What? Well, I guess I gotta go to Aldi now. Guys, our friends at Crew Scheduling officially gave us a call. I talked to a very nice lady and she let me know that I had a trip, even though I already knew that. So we are going on a 4-day trip. We're going to Salt Lake City tomorrow. We're going to Denver and it's only one flight tonight, which is okay because, you know, the next 2 days are the ones that are a little bit too much. So I'm glad that we're starting with just one flight today. I'm currently meal prepping and I think I'm gonna go with salads on this one. I'm not gonna do anything else other than salads. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some chicken in the air fryer and put it in a separate container. So this is a container that I had and that I was trying to get more of these. I only found these, which are actually a bit bigger than this one is, but you know, I still needed them because the other ones explode. So I have 3 dressing here. I have 2 cilantro dressing and then a Caesar dressing. I am going to throw some of these in the salad, just not yet. I'm not taking the whole thing. I found this fruit and cheese tray in Aldi, so decided to get this. I have 1 salad here, 2 salads here. I also found this coffee to see how it tastes. And then I'm gonna throw some plantain croutons on these salads. And then I'm going to make some chicken, which I have in the air fryer. I just haven't started it yet. And then this is what we're going to take for this 4-day trip. So today we basically did just one flight, Chicago to Denver. When I come to Denver, normally I do, what is it? Chicago, Vegas, Vegas, Denver, 10 p.m. right now, which is good. And then tomorrow our report time is at 2:03. Tomorrow's kind of a longer day. I will share about tomorrow as we normally do. Where's my phone? Hang on. Where's my phone? So, because I've been bad at this. So our block for today, or our credit, was 2 hours and 38 minutes. And then our duty was 4 hours and 8 minutes. And then our layover here in Denver tonight is 16 hours and 43 minutes. That's day 1. And then we'll talk about tomorrow. Put all my stuff away and then go to bed because tomorrow we're going somewhere different. That's not Denver, which I'm actually surprised that we're not having a triple Denver layover, but it's okay. because we need a little bit of change. So we're really not going to talk a lot when we're here in Denver, okay? We're most likely going to skip everything Denver related and we'll focus on the rest of the vlog. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning for day 2 of this 4-day trip. Good morning, friends, and welcome to another day. You probably can't see me a lot because the sun is right behind me, but welcome to Salt Lake City. We are currently on day 3. Are we on day 3? Yeah, we're on day 3 of this 4-day trip. We got here sometime around 2 a.m. last night. We weren't really supposed to get here that late, but we had some mechanical delays. Originally, we were supposed to be here around 11:45-ish. Which would have been nice because then I could have gone up earlier, but I just couldn't. It is sometime now around 9:20. I am trying to figure out what to do today. I've been to Salt Lake before. If you haven't seen that Salt Lake vlog that I posted probably about 7 months ago, go ahead and watch it right here. We're probably gonna go get some coffee for sure. You know that coffee is the first thing that we gotta do, and then we'll continue on with this day. I really don't have a lot of time. I have to be downstairs for our van at 1:30 p.m. See what I end up doing, but at least we're not in Denver. Let's have some fun. And I'm sitting here in the gateway like it is my living room. I quickly wanted to share with you guys about yesterday's flight. It was just a long day in general, so I didn't really have the time to, you know, talk about it, but let me quickly pull up my flights here. Our first flight was Denver to Indianapolis, was about a 2-hour 40-minute flight. Usually it's not that long, but we had to wait for a gate, so that time that we're on the tarmac, it's added to our flight time. Flight from Indianapolis to Denver was 2 hours and 25 minutes. Then we did a Denver to Salt Lake City. The flight was only 1 hour. However, we did have mechanical when we got to the gate and when we pushed back from the gate. So that kind of delays a little bit, and that's why we ended up getting here that late, which I already told you guys about. I had a list of things that I wanted to do. I can share those with you in case that you are here next time and you want to explore. I will not have the time because if I go there, it's gonna be at least like a 30-minute walk, and then, you know, it's just gonna be another 30 minutes to come back, and it's already 10:10, so I won't have time. Out of my list, the only thing that I was able to do was visit Layover Coffee, which you guys saw. It is such a great place. The vibe there is amazing. The staff is incredible, and the coffee and the food taste just amazing. I am most likely just gonna continue walking around here and then just head back to the hotel to start getting ready to go to work. 3 flights today. We do Salt Lake City to Denver, and then we do a Portland turn out of Denver. So we do Denver, Portland, Portland back to Denver. We do have a 2-hour, 4-minute sit in between the Denver, Portland flight. So that means that we're just gonna sit at the airport for 2 hours. So I will most likely check in with you when I'm at the airport during my sit time. But for now, let's just continue walking around. Alright guys, I am currently in Portland. It is 12:10 a.m. Our day doesn't seem like it wants to end. Hopefully we're able to get back to Denver. So much has happened. It all started when we were in Salt Lake City with our flight being delayed, and then we had a tarmac delay, and then our sit time in Denver got extended, and then our plane came in late, and now we have a mechanical in Portland, which is not one of our stations. So we'll see what's going to happen now. So I'll keep you posted, and I'll share with you when I finally get to my destination or whenever we're done.
One eternity later.
So I started this morning in Salt Lake City, went to Denver, landed in Portland, and I am in Washington. Obviously the plan was not to be here. So much happened tonight. It started off with a delay in Salt Lake City after we pushed back from the gate because there was weather in Denver. So the airport closed in Denver and we had to wait on the tarmac for at least an hour and 45 minutes before we were allowed to even take off from Salt Lake. If you guys remember, I told you that we had almost a 2-hour, 5-minute sit in Denver, and I was going to talk to you guys then. But because we had about an hour and 45-minute delay in Salt Lake, our sit time basically was eaten up by this delay in Salt Lake. We finally landed in Denver, come to find out that our Portland flight was delayed until 9 p.m. We don't know exactly the reason why, but sometimes when airports close, it's like a domino effect, and it doesn't matter which airline, it's just going to affect every airline in different ways as far as, like, you know, departure times and all that. But now our flight wasn't leaving until 9 p.m. Well, our plane was coming in late, and I think it was coming from either Ontario or Oakland. And so we didn't really leave Denver until close to like 10:30 at night, I want to say. Finally landed in Portland as close to midnight. Come to find out that there was a mechanical. And of course, Portland is not one of our bases, so unfortunately we can only use a service of one provider. Everybody that works for the provider was basically gone until 5:30 in the morning, but we were going to time out at 2:24. So that's how we ended up here. Tomorrow, which is today, we were only doing Denver, Chicago. So I think now we're doing Portland, Denver, Denver, Chicago, but I really don't know. So let me get settled here real quick, show you the room, and then we'll go to sleep because we have a very, very short rest time. I have a microwave over there, a fridge, gonna put my food away, a little sink over there, with a living room space here, desk space, TV, king size bed. We have the mirror over there, bathroom space, and then we have the closet on this side. This is a room for the next 10 hours, guys.
The next morning.
Good morning, guys. Just came back from breakfast. This hotel is actually very, very nice. It is currently 9:56 a.m. I have to be downstairs at 10:30. Did I just say I came back from breakfast? I think I did. You know, continuation of last night, because last night I think I was just saying it as quick as possible so that I could actually get to bed. But ultimately, we were supposed to go back to Denver last night, and then we were going to layover for 11 hours and 55 minutes, and then we were working a flight to Chicago, which, if you guys know my vlogs, all I've been doing is Denver. And last night, surprisingly, I was okay with going back to Denver. I was like, you know what, just take us back to Denver. It's just going to avoid so many things, like waiting for a hotel room, getting shuttled. To be honest, we're not even in Portland. We are in Washington, which I guess is like borderline between Portland, but still. And you know, we're gonna have minimum rest. 10 hours is not really a lot, because when you think about it, you have to drive to, well, first of all, you have to get off the plane, you have to find baggage claim, you have to wait for the shuttle driver, then you have to drive to the hotel, then you have to wait to get to your hotel, because this is obviously not a hotel that we lay over in. So of course, you know, the process is entirely different. So I was actually okay with going back to Denver. I just wanted last night to just be over, honestly. And you know, I understand frustration of people, of cancellations and delays and all of that. Passenger may only have one leg, but for us, we were on hour 14 last night when we were here. When I got here last night, I was like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm gonna have to take advantage because I'm here, you know, is there something to do? And I found this coffee shop that I wanted to go to, but of course it's not gonna happen because I was so tired. But what's the name? I think, let me see if I can find it here. Did you guys hear that? My ringtone is the seatbelt sign. How crazy am I? Black Rock Coffee Bar. It's almost like a drive-through concept, which is funny because back home we have a couple of these. Not Black Rock Coffee. I don't know if that's like a chain, but they have a similar concept of a drive-through coffee bar. Man, it looked very nice. I wanted to go, but of course, I really don't have time. And if you're around and you want to visit Black Rock Coffee Bar, go ahead and do it, and then comment below. Let me know how it was. Or if you've had it before and you're from this area, was I going to make a good choice by going? That's what I want to know. Meanwhile, I'm settling here for hotel coffee. You guys know that I'm spoiled with my espresso at home. But that's pretty much what I have going on for today. I need to put all my stuff away. I put my company tablet to charge last night. I just need to update it real quick before I go, and then we'll continue on with this day, guys. If you ever heard the "we're palm trees" phrase, that's what we are. That's what we are. That's what we are. And off of me talking, I know a lot of talking, but I figured I'd give you guys as much context as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting ready to go to the airport and see if we finally make it home to Chicago tonight. Hopefully nothing happens in Denver. I will most likely see you during my sit in Denver, and then yeah, we'll just continue talking throughout this vlog until we're done. Take me back into your heart. Back into your heart. Made it to Chicago Midway. I don't know how many hours of flying later. We are officially done with this trip. I don't want to continue talking about it. I want to leave it in the past. It was probably one of the most brutal trips I've ever worked in my entire year. You guys already know everything that happened. We had about a 2-hour sit in Denver, which I used to kind of like forget about everything and eat and just chill with the crew. And yeah, crew scheduling released me, so I go back on call at 8:07 a.m. tomorrow until 1 p.m. and then I have about 4 or 5 days off before I go back on call again. So I am glad that we are done. I hope that you enjoy watching a little bit about the craziness that goes behind the scenes when you are a flight attendant. Don't forget to smash that like button. I will see you next week for another vlog. Take care. Back into your heart.